There we go. Hi, everyone. So we're officially recording, and you guys are like, "Oh my God, just stop talking to me." So we're gonna go into it now. We are officially starting, I guess, and I'm gonna share a screen. So first thing I needed everyone to do. Sorry, I'm just gonna backtrack for anyone who's just joining, and we need to get here. Okay, so we're now in Canvas. Hopefully, we're able to navigate. I don't think I really need this for any of you. It looks like we have 47 people on call, which is amazing. But if you need to, all courses here, browse more courses, find your passport, okay? Were we all able to do that? Is there anyone who had an issue finding this passport? Because this is gonna be really helpful. As mentioned, I could spend 3 hours showing you how to use passport, but why, right? You guys could do it on your own. You guys can just complete it. Everything will be golden and everyone's happy, okay? So you wanna just join this course. You'll notice I have some here. If you find any courses here that you're like, oh, that's cool. Maybe I wanna do whatever it is. Here's my passport, my Canvas student training, and then you're just gonna join course, right? Sound good? And we don't see passport, Nick, no? You see the future ready thing. Okay, so are we in, are we right here in the My Mohawk page, or are you actually, did we go into, are you in My Canvas? Awesome. So you have the app. Have you logged into the actual My Canvas here? And you know what, Eric, it's no stress because you can do this, right? You can do this anytime. So if you're having difficulty, and that goes for all of you, if you're finding like during our Zoom, you're getting stressed and you're like, dude, this is frustrating. I can't figure it out. No stress. I'm always here. Okay. So you can always reach out to me at any time. Sometimes I'll just say, okay, let's move on so that we can keep going. And if that freaks you, there's nothing though, like when we get into doing this stuff, this of course is really important. So Eric, yeah, like we'll need to just get you set up for sure. And we just need to go back, and how I got into My Canvas was through my Mohawk, right? So we want to just log into My Mohawk, and then in the home, it's in my Canvas right here. And for anyone just joining us, as I just started recording, right? This is where all of our courses are going to lie. As mentioned, you may have a bunch of notifications up here, right? And they're all gonna say, well, it seems that the app is different. That's interesting. All right, so we'll figure that out for you, okay, Eric? And we'll get you set up for sure. All right, so don't leave. Once we're done here, again, this is something you're gonna do for homework anyway. So I'll see if there's anybody else who wants to stay on the call at the end for any other extra help, please just stay on, okay? And I'll help you individually, all right? But as a group, we're gonna rock and roll. Is there anybody else who couldn't see the app or couldn't see this Canvas in all courses? And if not, you guys hang in there, okay? Again, this is homework, so you're gonna have I think I even gave you 2 weeks to complete this thing. Lillian, okay, so stick with me, okay? And at the end of the call, we'll go in. Do you guys have another class today, or some of you or no, some of you yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 p.m. Okay, cool. And who's that with? No call. Cool. So it's a 1 p.m.
It says that our communications classes we don't have an actual in-class function until September 21st on the module. So I don't think anyone has a communication class today.
Oh, amazing. Good stuff. Thanks for sharing that.
Woo woo.
So guys, yeah, no worries about communication. I did talk about, we're getting here to passport. I don't want to get too off track, but I did want to call out about the book exchange. I think communications may have a book. I'm not sure. Is that true? Maybe you haven't looked at it yet and you're like, dude, okay, cool. So I thought music, I said this in the orientation, I thought music and society was one of your courses, but apparently they removed it, which actually it's kind of one of those ones where I get a lot of gripes about it. So I'm kind of happy that they got rid of it. Although I thought it was a really cool class. It seemed like it was. But if you need a book for communications, I sent out an email with links to the book exchange, and hit it up if you want. And those are like all students from last year who have a lightly used book. So I just thought I'd throw that out there. Again, for anything, yes, essential essays writing is another one. And so, sorry, that was the communications one. Yeah. I don't know, guys. I'm just getting through. You guys, if you need anything though, you let me know and we'll make sure that we can't hook you up. Okay. And we'll make it work. So, let's move on. Let me just here, I'm gonna hide our, oh, there we go, big screen. Let me just close this down for a sec so we can go full screen, right? Amazing. And here, there we go there, sure. Do we go, does this show up? Oh, look at that, I can have 4. Look at how many of you I can have. Isn't this fun? Hey. Oh, that's neat. All right, sorry. I could probably just do this for now. There we go. Sorry, not that I don't want to see you. I just don't want to distract. Not that that's you guys get what I'm talking about. Okay, cool. So let's look. We are here, yeah? Actually, we're here right now, okay? This is your first assignment in CAB class, okay? Do the training, go through. For anyone who can't find it, stay online. We'll get you set up, okay? And we'll walk you through it, okay? There's a whole bunch of stuff here. Once you guys complete this course, I promise you, you'll be smoking through this, all right? The modules, how do you get into modules really quickly? You can go, of course, click on the links here, global navigation, right? Watch the video, do the assignments, walk through them. You'll get little check marks as you go. Okay, and then at the very end, there should be a badge that tells you, right, that you've got it all taken care of. As Alex mentioned, though, when you go into open badges here, there's an error. And this one for me is saying failed to connect to service. I'm not sure if that's the same one. It may be, but yeah. So if that's the case, I'll find out a way to get you to upload this. You have 2 weeks, okay, so no stress. But for sure, get it done right away so it's off your plate. And not only that, you'll be really informed and know how to use this Canvas platform, since this is everything you're going to need for the coming semester and semesters to follow. Okay, sound good? So that's that. Your GDF course is here. Your CAB class is here. You should also have a type class. You're gonna have a design processes class. You're gonna have, right, Cindy or Mike will be your type teacher. You're gonna have life for your art class. I can't remember the name, I always forget. And then Cindy is also gonna be teaching your design processes, yeah? So I'm trying to think if there's anybody else. You have communications, of course. I saw in the chat there, you now have, is it Maria, I think, is your, I've never met the elective course instructors. And anybody else that you have there, throw in the chat to remind everyone who they are. But aside from that, you should see everything here now along. Now the passport, oh shit, sorry. You've joined the course. And I'm hoping that we can all see it now. If you can't see it, right, even after you've joined the course, this is the trick here. All right, so sorry, let me take a step back. So if we're here in dashboard, so click on your dashboard, okay? And if you click into all courses, as we did, notice there's these little stars that are here, okay? So the stars are the ones that will allow for your courses to show up right on top or not, okay? In your case, because they've all been published by your profs, I would imagine they should all be visible to you, and they should be up here in your up here in your dashboard regardless. But I could be wrong. Notice what I just did there, everyone. I went into all courses and I started Growing with Canvas teacher training for faculty. And notice it shows up. So if you go into all courses And even though maybe you've joined the course, like I showed you to do here, where you go browse new courses, it maybe not be up here. So if you can't find it, this is where you go all courses and then just start, okay? So mine is way down here, Passport for Students Canvas Training. And if I de-star it and I go back, it will then be gone out of my dashboard. Does that make sense for everyone? Okay, actually it's still there. What the heck's going on? I think you maybe refresh sometimes because it does hang on to the information. There it is. So now you'll find it's not there anymore. Okay, as you go through your semesters, unpublished courses, of course, will start dropping down here, right? And maybe not, you know what, for you guys, sorry, I'm not 100% sure. But you'll always, from what I understand, you will always have access, meaning you can get into courses even after your semester is over. We can talk about this later on. That's in 14 weeks from now. But you may be like, oh, I love that video that someone posted for that, and I really want to go back to it in another class. You can go back, from what I'm aware, and look at things. The only thing you're not able to do with classes that are expired or done is you can't upload stuff to Dropboxes and so on, okay? So kind of throw that out there for you. That's not for a while. So let's just work with the things that we need to work on. So that's our Passport student training. As mentioned, I'm hoping you guys only have a few courses here. I have a bunch, as mentioned. I've been teaching for a little while. But yeah, that's all good. So star it, go back to dashboard. Yay. And this is where we want to begin. 25 marks. As mentioned, do the training and hopefully get an email soon. And if not, I will ensure I get something worked out for you, okay, to prove that you've got it done. As mentioned, they will have it at CTL for sure, and we'll work it out. I'm not concerned, so don't you be concerned. And I'll mention it, of course, every week we come together. I'll say, you know, next week I'll say, hey guys, did we get that training done? You know, don't forget, make sure that's done. It's all good. Woo, doggy. Holy heck, we're getting there. Check it out. One thing I wanted to show, well, there's so much you're going to go over in that training, but quickly, there's a bunch of stuff here in your account settings. You can change your picture, of course. You can edit your profile, notifications, files, settings, okay? The one thing I wanted to show you, this is really cool. And since you guys are just starting out, if you don't have a portfolio yet, I actually just rewrote the portfolio class for the 1-year program. And I utilized the folio that's built into Canvas. It is a really cool thing. If you want to just click into Folio, what this does is it allows you to work with Canvas and it builds out a portfolio for you, which is really sweet. And actually, what happened to my Folio? Isn't that interesting? Anyway.
You just need to log in.
Yeah, right? How am I not? I know that's weird though. It's
Third-party things.
Right? Of course, during class. This has never happened before. .ca, let's see if this works. Welcome back, Mitch. Hey, all right. So that's a great thing I just did. Sorry, I don't mean great. I mean, it's good that these are like happy accidents where you're like, ugh. Enter your password. If you want to do this with me, what the heck? I'm going to enter my password, same as what it would be for you, right? Your login. So this is your portfolio built directly into Canvas. Oh, you know why I'm Chrome? Oh, I've been accessing through Firefox. That's why. Okay, I'm good. So now that I'm here, you'll notice you have all this stuff available to you. The cool thing about this, as mentioned, is it's integrated with your Mohawk, okay? So what I mean by that is as you complete assignments that you really love, you can automatically upload them into your portfolio, yeah? So this is the portfolio class I worked with, as mentioned, during the summer. And these are just projects that I've uploaded that you guys can start building if you want. if you want any help with this or any, as we move on and you're like, oh, I really want to get into this, let me know. And I can maybe set some time. We're not going to have class every week. So even if you're like, maybe we'll make this portfolio week class where you can get started to build this. And as mentioned, it's kind of cool that it's built right into Canvas. Yeah, I didn't mean to talk that much about it, but it is there for you. And you can have a lot of fun with it. And again, it's all integrated and so on. So I'm just going to log out and go back into my class. Here we go, all courses and dashboard. That was in accounts, everyone, okay? So it's right here, Folio. I've shared that as well with with you in the modules as well, which is right here. So let's go into CAB class. Here we go. Woohoo, welcome. We made it. So right off the hop, you'll notice you have a few things. I'm gonna go into student view so I see what you see. You guys have something that looks like this: home, modules, announcements, assignments, grade, people, all this fun stuff. So go ahead and interact and see what these things are all about. I'm gonna show you the most important things you need to know today. As mentioned, just get your feet wet with it. You have to do the training on it regardless. So I'm hoping, you don't have to do anything, but I'm hoping you will. Your Zooms right here, okay? So Wednesday at 9. If you can't make it to this one for any reason and you really want to connect with me, I'd love you, as mentioned, to come on out. Join the Fridays class at 10, okay? So if you forget where these things are, just remember you can find them here, okay? I've also posted them to Discord for everyone. So if you haven't joined Discord, please do. It's not mandatory, but it's a nice community you can get involved in. Art kits are here. I posted this also for all of you because you're gonna need this for graphic design fundamentals, which is the other class I'll briefly talk about just to give you your next project, because you don't have GDF this week. You're gonna have it next, but I figured I'm just gonna give you the assignment for it because I don't imagine you're gonna have too much going on this week, and a great opportunity for you to work on some fun creative stuff. Remember, fun's relative. So you want to order your online kit, your kit through online, $66.50. And I believe it takes 3 or 4 days, maybe even last semester they said it was like super fast. They got it in like 2 days. Does anyone want to call out on that one? I know I got a few of you.
It's taken me a few days to even get the shipment notification, and I live in Hamilton, so I just got the notification last night saying that it's going to ship out.
Okay, good. So it's been about 7 days then, Taylor?
I'd say a little less than that, probably 3 or so, but
okay.
It wasn't as quick as it was last time.
Got ya. Yeah, got ya. Okay, cool. So if you guys can expect, it says 2 to 3, but yeah, give yourself a buffer. And hey, you know what? You're going to need these. Well, everyone is going to be a little different. Do you need these for CAB or GDF next week? No, you won't. Okay. Will you use all of the materials in this for GDF or Graphic Design Fundamentals? No. Okay. We're going to go over all of that next week, so no stress, okay? I have specific tools that I need out of the kit for it. Everyone, if you don't have it right away, no, please don't stress, okay? But get in. If you can't order it and get that done, that's a great first step, right? I get this question quite a lot every semester. Oh, Mitch, I have all the stuff. Do I need to buy it? The blanket answer for that is yes. We ask you to please purchase it, okay? The reason being is we have materials, Life teaches your art class, and these are the materials that we use are handpicked by him. I, of course, use the materials, but Life is more the art guy. He's oh my goodness, wait till you see some of his work. Just a fantastic artist, and this stuff is handpicked for you. Some of us will be like, dude, I've got dollar store pencil crowns, and we want to make sure that everything we do for you is professional grade, okay? And I do respect that maybe you went to Curry's and got something on par with it, but at the end of the day, we do request it. So please, if you could, all right? So that's that about your Zooms, your art kit. You guys will notice you have this in each and every one of your classes, and this is your outline, okay? So an outline basically tells you what your class is going to look like. Really what it is a bunch of I say legal jargon, but it is kind of confusing. If you were to look at this, right, and try to read through it, you're going to have, of course, the course description. It's going to give you all the details you need. Some of this stuff won't be like, this stuff is pretty straightforward, right? What the course is all about, what we need from you, EES's essential employability skills is an EES. We love our acronyms, don't we? VLOs or vocational learning outcomes is what a VLO is. It's right here, right? And then EES, essential. So if anyone's wondering, this is what's mandated by government, okay? This is what the government sends to institutions to prove that we are doing something that is credible. And so the government makes sure that we have EESs and that we have course outcomes, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not going to go through all of this stuff, but it is here for you. You can read through it, the different things that, how things are going to be run, the sites that are used, how we're going to navigate. You guys, as mentioned, 3 hours, I say in class, but this is of course Zoom. But that may differ again, given the new environment we're in. So just stay in contact with me and your other professors and just find out what's going on that week and the coming week. So you're not confused or stressed out about what to expect next week. Expectations, pretty straightforward, right? Few things I want to mention. We have a late submission thing, okay? So late submission meaning if you are late with a Dropbox, okay? So if we have our, you know, for Canvas training, if I have that set up for a week from tomorrow, if you miss that drop date or the Dropbox or assignment folder, whatever you want to call it, uploading it to my Canvas, typically what it is, and this is for Mohawk, our graphic design department, media and entertainment. I believe it's media and entertainment. Maybe it's just graphics. I'm not 100% sure. But we have a 20% deduction right off the hop, okay? Meaning if you are late with an assignment, whether it be 1 minute late, you, in theory, you should have 20% deduction off the grade. So you start at 80%. Will we be generous and kind with you this semester? I would say, me personally, oh my goodness, yes. Okay, I will be very lenient with this 1 week late. Typically, though, after 2 weeks, it is a 0. So if you're 2 weeks late with an assignment, everyone, please email me, okay? Because we have some time management things going on there that we need to look at. Because if you're 2 weeks late on an assignment, it probably means that you're struggling and you're probably a little bit overwhelmed. So I'd really like to meet with you so we can chat about it. Please don't drown and don't suffer in silence. If there's one thing I can say to all of you, because it's just not, yeah, we want to catch this stuff right away. Like the first 4 weeks, if you have an issue, come see me. Schedule a meeting. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. Or schedule a meeting. We're going to get to Sue Penyuk, who's your student academic advisor. She was mentioned at the orientation. I'll see if she can't come by for a visit, actually, and she's the one you want to contact. We'll get there in a bit. So late submissions, file types, holy heck, and then we have all this general stuff. Be respectful to everyone, and, you know, be caring and, you know, yeah, fun stuff, hey? But that's there. That's your, and I've also duplicated that in our overall. Q&A discussions are here, switching gears. I will use this for a few assignments in class, really basic stuff. I think one that I use for is, how are you going to back up your Mac and why is it important? Yeah, you guys could probably answer that right now, right? Why do we back up our Mac? And how am I going to back up my Mac? That will be one of your discussion questions. Don't stress about it. We'll get there and it's really easy to do, okay? So sorry, back up to home. And then, sorry, modules. Let's begin. You ready? Here's your module. Welcome to Canvas. Welcome to our first intro to creative, all this fun creative stuff. Oh, holy moly. We got a bunch of stuff here, don't we? Few things. Zooms duplicated for you. Okay? So no stress. If you can't find your Zooms anywhere, remember that they are on your home page. They are also here for you. They are also in your Discord. So I'm hoping no one can't find their Zoom. As mentioned, it's going to be the exact same one, so you can reuse it every week, okay? Sorry. Also, navigating through here is easy. What we're going to do is you can hit the next button. See this over here? And you can just next through your content. So if you want to do a real quick look at what's going to come up or what all the modules are about, let's just hit next and move on. Mental health, grades, courses, anything revolving around help and your success is right here, okay? If you need assistance or support, immediate email success@Mohawk. I'm pretty sure this hasn't changed since 4 months ago. This should be the same. Email right away, okay? If you need help with things, again, related to immediate support. You can, of course, when you do, just supply the when you email them, which is another thing we'll look at here in inbox. When you email, just utilize this account, email it off. Okay, and then you can include your student number, the program, and then detailed about your concern, and they'll get back to you. This is, of course, remember, anything related not to my class. It may be related to my class, meaning, you know, I don't know, well, like financials and that stuff. You'll notice, sorry, financials is a separate one. I apologize. I'm trying to think of things that maybe the, you know, questions about the bus pass. I don't know, questions about the one card, questions about those type of questions that I might not be able to help you with. That's what the success is for, okay? Financial, very specific. OSAP, all this fun stuff, email financial. Again, I can't help you with that one, okay? What else? What else? Here is a coronavirus. You guys maybe found this on your My Mohawk, your main page here. There's an entire like coronavirus thing now that we're working in our new normal, what they call it. Yeah, it's been interesting. This is what this is. Just I brought it forward for everyone. These are just, as mentioned, general information to help you out. Okay, so that's there, your COVID stuff. Your coordinators are here. If you were at orientation, awesome. Dan and Wes, okay? Super great guys, amazing. You won't have these gentlemen this semester, it's all good. But they are there if you have anything related to the program overall as a whole, okay? Again, I'm here, I can help you out if you feel more comfortable coming to me. Anything involving issue, say if you have issue with me on a personal level or a professional level, here's where you wanna go. And you can email Wes and say, Wes, who hired this Mitch guy? He's a, you know, what a mess, okay? I hope that won't happen, but that is there for you. And these are the gentlemen you want to reach out to for those type of concerns, okay? Be professional about everything, right? If you have concerns with people, the best thing to do is talk to those people. If you're too shy to talk to maybe someone because they've done something to you or feel like it was unjust or you feel made fun of, or goodness, I hope that never happens to any of you. And again, if I do it by, you know, if I joke with you, I do tease and I'm lighthearted, but I would never purposely disrespect you in any way. Okay. But if you do have an issue of that nature, please, you know, those guys are there for you. Wow. Long story short, I'm just hoping you'll have some fun. Here's Sue, as mentioned, beautiful girl, both in and out, love her. Great, great girl, okay? We'll see if Sue can't come for a meeting, as mentioned, and introduce herself. I've asked her if she could join us maybe next week, okay? There's her email, there's her number. Anything involving academics, she is the one you want to talk to, okay? She's your SSA, Student Academic Supervisor. And then we get into mental health, huge, right? You can visit their website here, give them a call for anything. Again, I can't stress, don't suffer in silence, okay, everyone? Talk to someone, anyone, if you need to. And good stuff. Let's move on. Hey, setting up a second monitor. I did mention this in our orientation. Um, you don't need to watch this one. This is me in my friggin' living room. Actually, it's
Right. Okay, everyone.
there
So
you go.
as we're getting ready for our all online,
There you go. All right. So you can watch that. If you're like, dude, I don't need to watch you connect to your TV, you can use this one. Another great one. It's only 2 minutes.
Hey YouTube, it's Pluvio, and I would like to show you how you can connect your MacBook to a TV.
Amazing. Thank you, Uptuvio. That's fantastic. Okay. So that's there. Yeah. Oh, buy an inexpensive monitor if you'd like. If you have one kicking around, if you have a smart TV at home, fantastic. You can just plug into the HDMI. You will need an extender, an adapter, an all-in-one adapter. Okay, it looks something like this or this. Are all created equal? No, right? I bought a secondhand battery pack for my Mac. Yeah, like one that was faux Mac, but not really a Mac battery. What was happening was it was overheating my computer. Oh my goodness. So it can, in fact, completely destroy my computer. What I would highly recommend is just do some reviews, read up on ones that you find. If you want to be 100% safe, yes, you can buy from Mac. They are, of course, Mac compatible. My personal, again, word to the wise, you're all going to purchase ones that you decide to purchase. I've been using this one now for, since I got the MacBook Pro. It's a Satechi, Satechi. Anybody work at Best Buy? If you want to throw out some suggestions on the chat, I would love that. Help anybody who's kind of uninformed, or if you just want to be informed. As mentioned, Satechi. I found though that's a little pricey. I thought mine was a lot less than what it was, but I found it's like 80 bucks. Do you need to spend $80 to get a really solid converter? No, you don't. The one that we have for Mac, if you buy it with your Mac, it's $25. Okay? And it is with your Mac. So you can buy, and it's the only thing with that one, everyone, just so you're aware, is it's a one port, right? So it's not like a multi-port where you can plug in your HDMI cord, split your screen. So I would highly recommend you get one at least that has an HDMI plug-in so that you can have another monitor, and a USB plug-in so that you can work with a mouse. And yes, I work with a mouse, okay? Any gamers out there, you're golden, you're used to it, I'm sure. Any PC gamers anyway. So a mouse is what I would highly, highly, highly recommend. I'm going to say right click all the time for shortcuts. Right clicking is so sleek, and I'm sure you know how to right click, is not a secret. You can use your trackpad, but boy, it gets challenging. I'm gonna use, and during our tutorials, I'm gonna move fairly quick. And if you can, and I'm gonna say right click, go here, right click, go here, right click. And if you can just get a mouse and get used to using it, would be awesome. There was a question about your Cintiqs and about your Wacomms. Do you need to purchase it? Absolutely not. Would I suggest you buy one? Sure. Do I have one? Yes. Do I use it? Not so much, right? I do some digital painting, but that's where I use it. I've been using my mouse now for, I don't want to tell you how many years. I'm extremely proficient with it, I think, and what I like to do. I would highly recommend that you guys get a mouse, okay? And that one, guys, go to Best Buy and purchase like a $20 optical mouse, or you don't need to get one of those crazy gamer mouses, you know, that are $300. Just get something that'll get you by. I have an Acer, this shitty Acer one, and I've had this same shitty Acer one for like 4 years. And it's an optical mouse. I think it was probably 20 bucks, and it's been working great for me. You guys decide on what you can afford. That's all I'm gonna say, okay, on that one. So do what you gotta do. We need to get set up, of course. I'm gonna give you my suggestions on things and optimal, but whatever you can do, what you can afford is what we do. Yeah, and that's that. Okay, so what else we got? That was the all-in-one adapter. What do we got here? Oh, if you wanna connect your, if you have an iPhone and you wanna stream through your iPhone to a TV, go ahead and try it. There's a link here how to connect your iPad or an iPhone to your TV as well. You're still, of course, going to need that HDMI connector, but that should be built into that all-in-one that I just mentioned here. I wouldn't go and buy 2 adapters. Why? Right? Buy one with an HDMI, buy one with, okay? Makes sense. If you have any questions before you buy, hit me up, okay? I'll make sure that I can help you out. I won't go through this with you, as we don't have to worry about lockdown. Oh my goodness, isn't this crazy? There's a video here on if a crazy person's running around college, okay? We don't have to worry about crazy people running around college. You may have to worry about people running around Williams. Hey, Williams or Starbucks or wherever you may be, this will not apply. Anyway, the one thing I did post this for, because it's extremely important, are you ready? Get your cell phones out. I'd like all of you to get your cell phones out now if you could. And you guys were like, what? Yeah, so get your cell phone out. I want you to go to the App Store, or I want you to go to your Google Apps, and I want you to navigate and type in Mohawk Safety. If you could do that right now for me, okay? So Mohawk Safety is your security alert messenger app, or SAM. So as mentioned, you guys are like, but dude, I don't need to be at school. Why do I care about this? Well, you will want to be at school eventually, right? In January, I'm hoping. Then will be fantastic. This will allow you, and again, I know I'm telling you this now, but just have it on your phone, because it will also tell you for snow days, okay? It will alert you if there's a snow day. Who doesn't love a snow day? Officially, we have 14 weeks of snow days, guys. So cheers to that, I guess. It depends how you look at it, right? But this will alert you to anything going on with the college. You don't need to use it now, but please just put it aside so you have it, so you don't forget about it in January. Hopefully you'll remember. Get signed in, and I think that's really helpful. And we'll be definitely in January when we have snowstorms and you know not to be at class at 8 in the morning, because it'll just warn you ahead of time. Beep, beep, college is closed, don't come in. Oh my goodness. And etiquette. We've maybe heard of that before, coined by, of course, Etiquette, only online. Please read through this. I'm not going to go through in great detail. I'm not your dad. I am your professional instructor, though. And please understand that as long as you respect me, I will always give you the utmost respect. I may tease a little bit, but again, it's lighthearted. I would never mean to hurt you in any way. That being said, integrity, absolutely. Right? Responsibility, understanding, respect, and patience. You guys got this, okay? Already I can tell with this group, doesn't seem to be, you guys all seem super awesome, which is great. And thank you for showing up today. We've got a great, I just can't get over the turnout. I can tell you, this isn't a competition. I can tell you last September and January intake, I have never had 95% turnout and 95% submission of assignment. It has been unheard of. The last year that I've had classes has been off the hook. It's just been ridiculous. It's been so good. Again, I don't expect everyone to show up all the time, but if you could just get your assignments in, you'll do well. You'll do awesome, okay? And show up if you can. If you can't, it's what it is. So that's there for you, okay? Just be respectful. That's all I'm going to ask. A professional etiquette thing. Time management. Yes, Clockify. Maybe you've heard of this before. There's no job I've ever had where I didn't have to allocate my time, okay? I need you guys to get into the habit of doing this. And this might be a bane of your existence, and you're going to be like, oh, thorn in my side. Mitch is making us clock in whenever I have to do a project. This is, again, one of those professional things I need you to get in the habit of doing. Number one, my first job I ever had, yes, I actually had a punch card, right? So ka-chunk, kind of like, the Flintstones, right? Oh my goodness, I'm dating myself, right? That was, of course, anyway. You will need to do this for a portion of your assignments and major projects. So you'll know when I need you to do a Clockify, okay? I will call it out of the instructions. I'm not going to go over it in great detail. There's a video that I'd love you to watch. It's 8 minutes long. If you can watch this before next class would be amazing. Mike, which you guys may have met at, or you did meet at orientation if you were there, is an amazing guy. He does our web-based stuff and multimedia stuff. Super, super great guy and super smart. He's the one that shows you how to go about using Clockify. There's also a PDF guide here. Please just familiarize yourself with it because I'm going to get you to do that. And I just kind of call out if any time that we needed to be accountable for time, it's now, because guys, it's so easy to watch Netflix and YouTube and play video games. And so we just need to know that this is a great way that we can be accountable to ourselves and be accountable for your time. And again, this is something probably going to be very new to all of you. Not all of you. Some of you are like, yeah, I'm used to clocking in. If you've had jobs where you've had to clock into, I get it. You're going to forget sometimes. That's all right. Okay. But I'm still going to ask you to submit them and give me a rounded or estimate as to what you felt was time. Again, not only professional as going to work, but if you freelance, how amazing is it to know how much time it took you to work on a project? Because then you can bill it accordingly. Yes. And I've done freelance. And as mentioned, I've worked in all of those. I've worked every job I've ever had. I had to do some sort of clocking in and out for individual jobs. Okay. So that's there. We'll get into that though next week. No stress. I'd love you to watch the video though and be aware of what that's about. Important academic dates. Hey, what do we care about? Right here is good, right? Don't need to worry about being in class on I say in class. We're going to have a break from October 12th to October 16th. Okay. So don't worry about that week. Mark it in your calendar. All of your profs, I'm sure, will tell you, hey, everyone, we're going in. It's like, right, getting closer to it next week. You don't have to be here. Keep this in mind, though. Everything's here for you. What do you need to know? Labor Day. Yay. I hope we all enjoyed our Labor Day. Who does fireworks on like kids are going back to school? Are you freaking kidding me? Anyway, I live by a park and it's just like, dude, you clearly don't have kids. My poor kids are like awake at 10 in the morning, like 10 at night. We gotta get, anyway, I'm done. I'm good. I'm good. So that's just me being, oh my gosh, dad. Okay. So fall break, balance of deferred fees due without penalty, October. These are good days. Yeah, to know. Feedback, student surveys, last day to withdrawal without academic penalty. Really important date. Mark this in your calendar. I'm hoping none of you need this. I'm hoping you all do fantastic. But if you do and you find that, shit, man, I didn't do so well in CAB class, you can take it again next September, or you can take it again actually in January. If you feel like you're just struggling and you can't keep up with the academic, first of all, email Sue, let her know, Sue, I'm sorry, but I just can't keep up. I'm going to have to drop a class or two and do them again in January. Because any class that you take now in September, you can redo in January if you want to join in. The only thing with that, of course, means you'll be taking, say, Graph Design Fundamentals or CAD class with me, along with other classes that you have second semester. Does that make sense? So you may want to mark this down. The reason it's important is because it's without academic penalty, meaning it won't be on your transcript, right? It won't be, or it may be, I'm not sure if it counts on your transcript, but there won't be, it won't count towards your GPA. Make sense? So mark November 20th. I'm hoping none of you need it, but all good. Exempting from new and returning classes, right? Sorry, exemption, I said, not new. Where's I think there's another one for last day to drop courses. Sorry, there it is. So this, of course, will be for tuition refund. So if you are, I should have started here. If you're like, dude, this course is so not for me, I'm out. No worries. Get out before September 22nd, okay? I'm hoping you haven't bought your Mac and you spent money and, you know, put in $3,000, you know, maybe not three, even $1,500 into it and then realize that it's not for you. That being said, of course, we want you to buy a Mac. If you're still on the fence, everyone, maybe wait a week or so. I'm hoping if you guys are here, you're in it, right? And we want you to be in it. Oh my goodness. If you wait though till September 22nd to buy a Mac, oh my goodness. Yeah, don't do that. But just, hey, you can, of course, dare I say, use a PC for the first few weeks. And then once you get past the anyway, don't buy your Mac. Oh my goodness. I shouldn't be telling you this stuff. I just don't want you, if you're unsure in any way, that's all. Or if you're like really unsure, I'm hoping you're not, but hey, that's that. Moving on. What do we got? Yeah, I'm hoping you're all in for the long haul, but this is great. If there's one thing I wanted to stress, this is a beauty. Okay. I posted this to Discord. Some of us, you maybe have already done it. I just did some work on the Canvas platform on my cell phone. I went in and actually was able to like move quiz dates around and stuff right on my cell phone. It's crazy. You guys have access to go in and look through your Canvas through your cell phone. And this is the link to it. It's called Canvas Student, I believe. So go ahead, you can click the link, download this to your phone, okay? Amazing. If there's, again, one thing I'd love you to do is download this to your phone. If you can't make it to class, if you want to do it right, you can watch everything you need to know will be here on your cell phone for you. You can watch your videos from My Canvas. You can check your grades. You can do submissions from your video or your phone. How great is that? Because your submissions will be typically pictures of stuff that you will then submit, right? So in Life's class, I know we talked about that. We'll get to that in a bit. You know, it's great. Take a picture with your cell phone, upload your JPEG, bada boom, bada bing. The only thing about this is changing the name of that JPEG, because as you guys know, if you take a picture with your cell phone, it'll come up with 176/2020, usually date stamped, right? The challenge with that is a lot of your assignments will need a name. So my name, right? In this case, your first project I'm going to give you is your life map, okay? So it'll be your name _lifemap.jpg. If you can't change the name of that JPEG, and maybe some of you know of an app that you can get, which I haven't even looked into, I think would be really helpful, is a name changing app possibly to change file names. Yes? If you find one, post it into the chat. I'd love to hear it. And I could probably just add something or Google search it and find a cool app that we can use. That way you won't even need to use your computer once you take your picture with it, if that makes sense. Okay? Is that cool? So hopefully you got that on your cell phone now. If not, no stress, it's here for you, okay? Oh my goodness, what else we got? Mohawk email on your phone. Outlook, yes. So our Outlook is here, yes. You can access Mohawk on your phone. Go ahead, read through this. How to access it and set up your Outlook on your email or on your phone is, I think, really important and awesome. You can also follow this to set up your access not only on phone, but you can access it through email and so on and so forth. Everything is here for you. If you need any help with this, full disclosure, I had one hell of a time getting my Mohawk email set up on my phone. I'm not ashamed to admit it. And I literally had to go to the IT department and hand them my phone. And I said, here, Stan, I need your help. And Stan said, what's going on? And I said, this is freaking driving me nuts. I've tried for a month and I can't get this to work. And Stan said, okay, Mitch. And he took my phone and within 10 minutes, or not even 5 minutes, he had my freaking email set up on my phone. And I said, Stan, you are a godsend. Thank you so much. And he said, no problem. High five. No, there's no one that works at IT department named Stan that I'm aware of. I just aliased that one. Anyway, it's all here for you though. Check it out. Go visit it. If you need any assistance with it, let me know. I actually don't, because apparently I have a hard time setting it up. Visit IT, okay? And IT will set you up. I promise you, they're on high alert, I'm sure right now. The IT department here is absolutely awesome. IT at Mohawk right here, contact, okay? And give them your information and the detail you need. Set up my email. Please help me out. They will help you out. You'll get a service ticket that'll come through in your email stating, we know that we've got this. It'll come through your email. And then comment will say, I need help with my iPhone, or I need help setting up my email on my phone, and they will gladly help you, okay? Sound good? I know I'm covering off a ton today. Did I mention we're going to cover off a lot? So if you're overwhelmed, don't be. We're going to have 14 weeks together, all right? I'm not expecting you to digest everything, but it is here for you to go through it at your leisure, okay? Again, here's the course outline. We've already gone through all that, okay? I've doubled up. You'll find things in multiple places. This is an important one. Hey, this is my weekly lecture for you guys. Sorry, all of you. So what, what you guys will notice is you'll find typically this is how we're going to work our class. Welcome, everybody. This is your Creative Apps class. What are we doing? You guys are like, oh my gosh, 2.5 hours into it, and you're just talking about what we're doing? Yeah, I know. That's all good. Week 1, welcome. We're here. We're going over all this fun stuff. Okay. Week 2, next week, everyone, please be here if you can. We'll look to see, actually, you don't need to be here. I say be here if you would like. We'll work with your Mac. Yeah, we'll check out your Mac environment. We'll make sure that you have Adobe Cloud set up. If you still don't have your Mac here, again, no stress, everyone. I'm hoping by week 3 you will have it, because we're going to be, again, you can always double back into week 2 to get up onto your Mac environment. You're going to have a screenshot assignment next week. Again, did I mention I'll be really lenient with submission dates? So even though it has screenshot assignment due here and that week, don't stress. Get it in when you can. Once we get all caught up and ready to rock, though, I'm hoping we can then really start into it. For the first few weeks, I may give some, I'll give you leniency anyway, because holy heck, we're in this crazy world. So you'll notice the first 3 weeks, let's just get set up, yeah? Show up, don't show up, it's all good. I almost would say week 2 and 3 are optional. I will have videos like this to help you through. If you have any one-on-one help that you need, please stay with me, join me. I will be here every week, okay? Okay, I say every week. I don't want to overcommit, but I will be here most weeks. I may just say, hey, everyone, every second week, I don't know. This is in flux. I'm still trying to decide the best way to do this for all of you, given how many classes I'm going to have and how many Zooms I'm going to do. I may do like, hey, everyone, next week, I'll give you plenty of warning. I'll say week 5, week 7, and I'll work it out. And I'll say, we'll be one-on-one with me only. Make sense? So meaning I'll go through maybe some of the stuff that I need you to go through, but I'm there for you to support you for individual things. Does that make sense? And maybe we'll call it, I don't know. I haven't gone again. It's still in flux, but I promise you, it'll all come together. You will know 100% what needs to happen and what we're going to do next week before we get there. Next week, I will be here. I'll show you set up our Mac or work through the Mac environment. If you have your Mac ready, we can get Adobe set up, which is really straightforward and simple. You can even watch YouTube videos to get that if you want. Make sure you buy the student version though. Don't pay full price. If there's one thing, if you want to move ahead. All right, we'll get there though. Again, if you're ready to buy this and you want me to go over that with you, email me. Okay, I can send out links or put in Discord. This is what we're doing week 2, right? Go here, and you're golden. All right. Week 3, fonts is a beautiful thing. You guys have type class. We'll need to work with fonts. Yeah, huge typefaces actually, but fonts are the individuals. We'll have type class together in graphic design fundamentals as well. But we'll get there in a second because I'm going to shift gears in a sec. Week 4, yay, Photoshop. So I see all of us doing and there was much rejoicing. So yeah, any Monty Python fans out there? Yeah. So much rejoicing. Photoshop, you'll notice I color coded this to help you out. If you don't want to show up week 2 or week 3, no stress, it's all good. Everything will be there for you. Everything will always be there for you. These though will be lectures that I work with you. Again, the reason for that, the synchronous learning, I'll be here working through the tools with you. I'll be there working through that with you. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to say, Mitch, slow down. That's too fast. I didn't understand how you did that. Can you show me another way to do that, Mitch? Because I didn't really get it. That's where the synchronous learning helps, okay? So what are we gonna do? Hey, we're gonna have fun. This week, we're gonna build a cat collage. I know, you're excited. Who doesn't wanna build a cat collage? Okay, we're gonna just use photos. Week 5, what are we gonna do? Oh, hey, look at this, assignment 2. You guys maybe have joined the Facebook page. If you haven't, join. You will, for your second assignment, I'm gonna get you all to redesign that Facebook banner, okay? If you have Photoshop and you wanna get started on it, sure, but I will have spec for you. There's instructions for everything, right? So I guess you can go gung-ho and start making banners if you want, if you love Photoshop and you wanna get some ideas. I'm gonna have spec that needs to go along with this stuff. You'll always have instruction for everything. Okay, so we'll make sure everything is 100% clear for you for each of these projects. So you're gonna do a Facebook banner for that. And then our last project, you guys will work with, it's a Lego assignment. We're gonna work with Lego and Photoshop and do some masking and clipping. Oh my goodness. I say we're gonna be basic, but I feel like right here, week 6 or week 3 of Photoshop, I do some advanced stuff. So no stress. Come on out if you're stressed about it. I think Photoshop will be probably the least stressed one because many of us have taken Photoshop, maybe even in high school. Or, it's one of those, hey, Photoshopped is a word now. It's part of the English dictionary. So it's all good. You'll notice you have quiz for Photoshop. You're gonna have a quiz for Illustrator, and you're gonna have a quiz for InDesign. Okay, so you'll notice now week 7, we're gonna get into Illustrator. This is my forte. I love everything. I love Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. Proficient at all 3. Everyone has their own love. This would be my love. Oh, I love it. Illustrator's my baby. I've used it, as mentioned in Adidas, that was what we used for 99% of our day. Logo creation, branding, all that fun stuff, spec guides, and so on. Don't worry, we'll get there in branding year 2, semester 4. This semester, we're gonna get into basics, okay? We'll look at workspaces for each of these programs. Maybe you know what a workspace is. If you don't, again, don't stress. We're gonna do it 3 times for Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. We're gonna work with navigation, basic tools, and so on for Illustrator. And you'll notice that each of these are pretty much the same. Okay, we're gonna do an overview, basic, first week together for each of these. We'll get into some fun assignments for each of them. We'll look to do a logo together, real basic. I say basic, this is pretty advanced. So if you wanna show up and ask questions, join me. If not, all the videos, at least this type of thing will be there for you that you can then download or watch and work through, okay? Oh my goodness, that's a lot, isn't it? And then week 13, you have your final project. So just so you guys know the major projects for this class, how it's going to work. You ready? I'm changing it up a little bit for you. I've been doing a book cover. So what we do, and Jess, I know for anyone who did the graph design with me, I think, oh, maybe not. That's a different one. Sorry, Jess, no good. I was gonna say for anyone who was in the 1-year program, and this is how I worked it. Oh, that doesn't matter. Anyway, you ready? Your first major project, okay, I'm changing this up. Your major project is going to be, you ready for this? I'm excited. A video game cover, all right? So you're going to need to create a video game of your choosing. I say you're choosing, but there's gonna be a twist. I'm gonna need you to come up with your own video game, all right? Whether it be RPG, first-person shooter, whatever you wanna do, whether you wanna do like a Kirby's Adventure, Mario, whatever you like, come up with a fun character of your own, yeah? And you guys are like, oh my goodness. If you wanna do like, a League of Legends, if you wanna do something of that type, you wanna do a Harry Potter game, okay? We'll call it Sherry Smotter. I don't know, that's awful. Right, we're not gonna use, I don't want you to use material, I don't want you to use a video game that's ever been invented. This is the creative process. I want you to come up with a brand new game title. You ready? Step 1, you're going to use Photoshop and you're going to create in Photoshop the cover, front, spine, and front, or front, back, and spine in Photoshop utilizing pictures. Yes? I'm going to have things that you're going to need on that cover, right? Not the barcode, that's going to come later. Things that'll be on here are going to be like title, using multiple images, combine them to create a really cool cover. You know, the back cover should kind of match, of course, or wrap around. You guys get the idea. Week 7 through 9, your major project here for Illustrator, you ready? I'm kind of wondering, because I've never done the video game cover, I might change this up a bit, but typically what I did was a game logo for like EA Sports. What's another, throw out another gamer, what's the one for, Rock Band is the big eyeball that, you know what I'm talking about. So game like companies, right? So League of Legends, who makes League of Legends is what I'm getting at. There's a company that does it, right? I'm using EA as an example. They do sports games and other things. Rockstar Games, there you go. So Rockstar makes, right, your, I thought it was Rock Band, but maybe not. Maybe that's a different one. They make, you know, Grand Theft Auto games, right? Rockstar, I think. So I want you to, you're going to design a cool video game logo for your company, your video game company. So not only are you going to do a title, you're going to then do up a video game logo to go on the back, or you can put it on the front, okay? Using Illustrator, because that's what we use Illustrator for, yeah? All right. Week 12, we're going to bring it all together. You're now going to have your Photoshop cover, front, back, all done up in Photoshop. You're going to have your gaming logo that you've created. InDesign is made for layout, yeah? Multi-page layout, typically, right? Laying out copy and text, images, etc. Used to do the Adidas sales catalog, actually, when I was there. So like magazines and so on and so forth, right? We're going to use that to make this cover together, okay? I'm going to give you text that you're going to need to put on the back to call out. So as you're building all this, think about the reasoning you're building it. I'm going to say this over and over again. You're going to tell a story, okay, everyone? That's what we do. We're storytellers. Graphic design. Does anyone, you can unmute for a sec. Does anyone know or give a shout out? What is graphic design in essence? Does anyone know what it is? Does anyone want to give a shout out?
Marketing.
Awesome. That's part of it. Yeah, Owen? Anybody else? Great guess, Owen. Anybody else want to give a shot? And you guys are like, I'm Google searching right now.
Any type of logo design?
Packaging.
Yeah, type of logo. Yeah, logo is a portion for sure. Is there a new gal? Sorry.
Packaging.
Packaging, amazing. Yes, packaging is a type of graphic design. Anybody else?
Advertising.
Amazing, Taylor. Yeah, advertising is part of it. Now, this is the umbrella, though, that makes up every form of graphic design. And not only that, but art in general terms is one of these as well.
Improve products.
What's that, sorry?
Improve products.
Yes, absolutely. Product development and packaging and so on. All right, you ready? I should have put this on a Kahoot. Communication. Okay? Everything that we do is a form of communicating, right? And in graphic design, everything we do in general terms almost, right? You go meet your friends. What are you doing? You're communicating. You're going on League of Legends. What are you doing? You're communicating. We're designing and we're creating. And what I need you guys to do, and keep this in the back of your mind every time you design something, because you need to tell a story about your work. If there's one professional, there's going to be a lot of things I'm hoping I can pass on to you professionally. But one thing that hiring managers are looking for right now is not only the final piece that you're going to create, what was the story in your creative process that got you to that end? That is what people want to know. The reason people want to know your creative process is because that is what they're going to see behind the scenes. That's how they're going to see how you came up with your creative ideas, your thoughts, and your brainstorming, right? So the reason I'm saying that is when we get down here into week 10, I'm going to get you to do a write-up about your video game that you created. So you're going to want to tell a story about your video game. As you guys know, whether you do a book or a video game or whatever it may be, the back of the book tells a story about Alagon, who lives in the land of Zippy Zoo, and he, gets ooze. I don't know, you get the idea, right? But that's your story. That's the seller. The back is going to be what draws people in. They're going to read the reviews online and go, oh man, have you seen this League of Legends? It's friggin' ridiculous. And you got to join it. But at the end of the day, let's just pretend that this is a game no one knows and they're just looking at it for the first time. And this selling point is what they're going to sell with. Of course, we've got video and, they're going to sell it online and marketing and advertising and all that crazy stuff, YouTube and, all those amazing channels. And at the end of the day, all I'm getting at is here, like, oh my gosh, my 10 cents is think about why you're doing things, okay? Write a story about it or just a quick summary about it. I showed you guys the folio. Put a little story behind everything that you do, okay? Because it's great to call out those stories, especially in interviews, because that's one of the questions you may get. Why did you do this? And you're going to say, because I thought it was great or I thought it was cool. That's not a cool answer in an interview. People don't want to say, okay, that's cool, but that doesn't tell me anything about your creative process, right? I want to know, what did you do? Did you mind map it? Did you storyboard it, right? How did you get to the end? Anyway, that was a long story short. Sorry, short story long. So keep those things in mind as we create our stuff, because it's just absolutely fundamental to everything we do. Communication, guys, sound good? Sorry, so that was that. Our weekly break. Where are we at here? 15 minutes. Oh my gosh, I've talked way too long. I'm hoping you guys are getting stuff out of this though. As mentioned, I know it's a lot to digest. Facebook groups, please join if you could. I gave you the communications link is here. So if you want to join that club to get your essay essentials 4 or whatever it is, or 7 or 10, or join up and maybe meet those students who already have it and want to get rid of it. There was someone actually, who was it? Mitch, actually, from last semester, fantastic guy. And yeah, he was giving his books away. So if you want to go get a communications book, hook up with Mitch. He's in Brantford, I think. So you make a drive to Starbucks and grab books for free. But he's posted it. I don't know if anyone's took him up on it yet. Everyone's like, yes, I'm going to go in. I live in Brantford. So quick link here is our group, as you guys are aware. Hey, Michael. So you guys will love this guy. Michael Carson's fantastic. Recent grad. Well, I say recent. Holy heck, it's been 5 years. Jeez. Super, super into it guy. Great. You guys will, I know only half of you have him. Sorry, do you guys have him or Cindy? I should say that first. The majority of you probably have one or the other. You guys are like, dude, you're asking us a question? Oh my God.
I have Mitch. No, sorry, you're Mitch. I have Michael.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So the majority of you, I'm guessing, have Mike. You guys want to throw that out in chat? Just yes, Mike, yep, Cindy. You guys are like, dude, why are you making me do stuff?
I got both.
You have both?
Yeah.
You have Cindy and Mike?
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh, you know why?
Michael is for typography and Cindy's for design processes.
Amazing. So yes, for anyone who has both, that means that you have Mike. Yeah. And then if you only have Cindy, that means you're going to have Cindy for type and then for design processes. Cool. So that's good stuff. And Jess, it looks like you have a communications book from last year and you want it. Yeah, amazing, because you've already passed it, right? So someone hurry up and hit up Jess. She's got a book you can buy from her. Anyway, so that's that. You guys, it looks like the majority of you have Mike, which is awesome. They're both great. Cindy, actually, I graduated with, just a heads up. We're great friends. I was just there for a month ago with her kids. You'll find out, I don't know how much she's a very open person, you'll know, meaning loves the natural and loves the yoga and the meditation. She's huge on that. Love it. And so good. So centering yourself and all that. If you know, I'm not into yoga. I wish I was, because I need to more. Not that I'm a stress ball, but as you guys notice, maybe high energy, I could tone it down a little bit. But it's all good. So she mentioned too, for anyone, she'll talk to you about this. She has a yoga thing going on Fridays. She'll talk to you that in design processes anyway. Transferring files. May or may not need to do this with your phone or, right? I gave you this link. Some of them are better than others. Dropbox is utilized all the time. If you need to transfer large files from one computer to the next, it's there for you. It's free. It's amazing. WeTransfer, another fantastic way to send files to anybody. I've actually used these when our assignments get too big. So if you get a gig, if you have an assignment that's a gig, well, the old user setting, I haven't checked on this one. It had a gig limit. You couldn't upload an assignment that was a gig. And you guys are like, OMG, why would I have an assignment that's a gig? It was a Photoshop poster, but full size at 300 raw photo. Oh. Anyway, yeah, we get some big files, right? But not, for the general terms, we will manage our files and keep them down. But that's there for you, okay? Use them if you need to, or don't use them. That's okay too. But they are there. Hey, welcome to our first class together, everyone. Did I say we're covering a ton off? Oh my goodness, I'm tired. I think we've covered most of this. Handbook. Okay, we haven't got there, but we'll get there in a sec. Okay, I will post this lecture for all of you here. I think I freaking have everyone. You guys are freaking rock stars. So you won't need to worry about it. I'll post it regardless. If you miss something, or you're like, dude, I went for a sandwich and you kept talking. Maybe, I don't know. It's all good. Now you have your essential training, which I went over. Here is your handbook. Okay. I'm not going to go over this. I went over the late fees. I went over the late submission, 20%. This has a ton of info. I would love you to read through it. Why are you going into the career? What is fine art compared to graphic design? You'll notice communication. We talked about a day in the life of a graphic designer. 28 weeks is you guys, what we're doing, our semesters and breakdown. If you guys want to know what's coming up, there we go. This is next semester. This is this semester, right? I think. No, this is the wrong one. Oh, you guys are like, you're freaking me out, bro. Sorry, that's the 1-year class, or the 1-year course. Here's your 3-year. That's better. You guys are like, I don't have any of those classes. Okay, we talked about this at orientation. I know I'm running out of time here and I apologize. If you don't have anywhere to be, if you want to hang in there, I'd appreciate it. And if not, that's okay. You can take off. I know it's been a long haul. Streams, yes? This is wild. So we have stream courses when you get into 2nd year. You'll notice here, 3rd and 4th semester. We have added in a 3rd stream. I don't have the updated book yet because we just initiated the 3rd stream as of January intake. Yes, it started January intake, but anyway, I won't go into too much detail. You now have a choice of whether you want to get into storyboarding, painting, classical illustration, or whether you wanted to get a digital print side, meaning large format printing more, get into more the packaging end of things, using the equipment in the digital print center, okay? These streams, just have a look here. Don't stress about it yet, okay? Even in December when we come back together, I'll go over this again for all of you. At the end of next semester, semester 2, this is where you're going to want to give a lot of thought to this. Because not only do we have illustration side, you'll notice are only 2 courses, right? So you're going to have 2 classes, or UX and UI is the new stream we just introduced. Mike that you guys met at orientation is the one who took care of the UX UI guy. As mentioned, he's a fantastic, you guys are going to love Mike. He's amazing. You'll have him 2nd semester possibly, if not 3rd when you get into the UX UI. But those will be stream courses, and 2 of them, okay? So I'm really interested to see the break in the second years right now to see how that worked out and how many took UX UI, how many are in print, and how many in illustration. If you guys want to join that graphic design group, shit, I thought I gave it to you. Did I give it to you? It's in the graphic design fundamentals module. I'll go over that really quickly in a second. Join that. That's the graphic design student group. It's run by students, and you can even ask people and say, hey, anybody in second year, I noticed that was one of the big questions. Did you take print or UX UI or illustration? And they were kind of like weighing in on which one that they took. I'm gonna be really curious to see which one, because I don't have any third semester classes. So I don't know what the breaks ended up being and how that looks. But those are it. That's it, guys. Third year. Really exciting. So you guys have these options available. Keep them in the back of your mind through next semester. My one thing I'm going to say about these streaming courses, follow your heart. I know it's cliche, and you guys are like, yeah, okay, Mitch, follow your heart. But I truly believe that that's what you want to do. If you love drawing and you have a passion for art and you really enjoy classical illustration, you want to be in the illustration stream. Okay, you're going to get really in depth. Okay, if you love the corrugate, if you love the printing end, decals and that sort of thing, working maybe, I think vinyl maybe, I'm not sure. You'll notice packaging is a big one here, packaging and print design and finishing. That's where you want to be. Okay, and then if you're like, you know what, UX UI is for me, I'm so not either of these. The UX UI, we're hoping will do that, it'll catch you. More of that, right? The digital side. And you know what, like user interface and user experience is so, it's a really big thing now. And you'll notice if you go on for graphic design jobs, in all fairness, everyone, graphic design jobs right now, they're going to say, and it's funny because I just had a meeting with one of our recent grads for my packaging class that I'm teaching 5th semester. And I'm using her as my go-to. Because she's been in industry for like 7 years in packaging. So I've been just picking her brain, getting some really great ideas. And her one thing she said is she's constantly on LinkedIn. And she's like, nowadays, I haven't been in LinkedIn. I'm there, but I haven't been on actively for a while. Like the graphic design positions that are out there for LinkedIn say, I want you to be a professional illustrator, and I want you to be a expert at printing, and I want you to be an expert at UX UI, and I also want you to be an expert at character development. Okay, so these things and the jobs that are out there are going to we want you to be proficient at everything, right? It's not possible. It's not real. And even she said when she was looking for work recently, she was like, there were jobs that are like, there's not a human being that's going to be all of these things, right? You're going to typically specialize in something. So when you get out there, we'll talk about this in 4th and 5th semester together when we get closer to graduation. I'm going to talk to you about jobs and getting hired and all that fun stuff, because that's what I used to do, is hire artists, right? So, I mean, this is stuff that keep in mind. I just don't want you to think that saying, oh, I'm going to do print, but I'm not really sure because I want to get a job. Don't worry about it. This right here, these core classes that you have, I promise you, these will be enough to get you into the industry. Okay. These classes are going to be kind of like, I almost want to say they're like undergrads, right? They're things that you can put into your pocket to use, but, and they're nice to see the UX UI or, a print side or illustration. Sure, you may have a bit of an advantage if they're looking for someone to run a printer and you've never used it because you were in UX UI, but apply anyway. You'll learn on the job. That's another thing that you're going to learn really quick. As long as you go into an interview with confidence, positivity, bring some Timbits, right? Show them that you're a team player, feed the group. Oh my goodness. And I've had people say, Timbits, are you kidding me? That's weird. That's not cool. Hey, I think so. Guess how many people brought me Timbits at Adidas for interviews? Yeah, none. I could tell you those things matter. But I talk to other professionals, they may disagree. I don't know. All right, moving on. Program of studies are here. As mentioned, I just wanted to stay on that for a bit, just to let you know since I have all of you here, just awesome. Moving on. I
Wait,
went
Mitch,
over.
can I just ask a question about that?
Of course, Katie.
Okay, how do you find that as far as the choices go? Do you find that it's evenly divided as far as what the students ultimately decide to go into, or do you find there's more illustration stream students always, or like how does that usually come out?
Yeah, great question. The breaks typically, because this is why I just mentioned how I'm really curious to see how the UX UI fared, because
Yeah.
I don't have, as mentioned, third semester, so I can't kind of do the break on how the classes look. Typically though, Katie, in my experience, just so you guys are aware, the digital and the print side, I can speak to that, of course. I find that it's a pretty solid mix. If I were to put a number on it, don't hold me to this, but ballpark, I would say 65% would be print and 35 would be illustration, if I were to put a number on it.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see with the UX UI too.
I am really, yeah. And that's where I said, Katie, if you want to join in that, even if someone wants to post that question up in the student forum, I would love to see what second years are up to. And actually, I can just email Mike, because he's doing UX UI this semester, and say, bro, how was the mix? Yeah, but that's something I haven't looked at. I am really hoping, for the sake of everyone and for classes to be manageable and it's not ridiculous, that we didn't get 80, 85 people go into UX UI. I can tell you that, I can tell you it's not the case already, because in Discord, they did ask the question in the second year Discord, and I was seeing surprisingly, I was seeing a lot of print people. And some UX UI and some illustration. So if I were to give you a quick answer, I'm hoping it's going to be a really nice mixed bag. But
okay, cool. Thank you.
No problem. My pleasure. As mentioned, Folio, look into it, please, if you could. Sign in, give it a look. It's really fun and neat. And as mentioned, as you complete assignments, you can link assignments directly to Canvas or into this Folio. So you don't have to do any added work, is what I mean. I'm actually, to be totally honest with you, I haven't done it directly from your, say, assignments folder. I scratched the surface of it this semester doing it just to get the students up and running to utilize it. I honestly haven't gone super in depth with it. If you want to take it to the next level though, please do. This is totally optional, not part of anything, but a great little thing that I thought I'd call out because I had used it last semester for the summer students and it seemed to work really well. Okay, everybody, we have no more time, but please stay with me. This is your first assignment as mentioned. You will have assignments like this for all of your projects, okay? I will make sure that you have step-by-step instructions, okay? And in your step-by-step instructions, as mentioned, we went through this in the beginning. We did record it, so go all the way back if you need to watch how to get there. You can stay online if you want me to help you through to see if we can't figure out why you can't get here. Really important. I believe I gave you 2 weeks to look at it, okay, and complete it. And so that should be that, okay? There's an email that should come through right here. As mentioned though, everybody, I know you might have some technical issue with this. As mentioned, I know Alex completed it, good stuff. And so I will find a way to get you to do this. If by the time 2 weeks goes by and I still haven't got an answer for you, I promise that won't be the case. Okay, I can never promise anything, but I can almost guarantee I'll have a solution for you very soon on that, okay? So all I can say is do it first, and then we'll look about how you're gonna upload it a little later. And that's that. This is your Canvas training where you're gonna upload it, okay? So those were your general instructions. Everyone, this is how your weeklies are gonna look, okay? Week 1 is here. Next week will show up here, week 2, okay? All of your professors may be a little different. You may have some that don't, I would imagine all will have weeks from 1 to 13, 14, depending on whether you start in week 2 or not, which I know some of your classes you start next week. So you're gonna start right into week 2, right? So week 1, week 2, you're gonna find your lecture videos. I may change the name of this weekly content to be videos, lectures, and weekly content. So you guys can find it easier. The reason being is that's where you're gonna find the YouTube video right here, okay? You won't see it now because I haven't uploaded it yet, but I'm trying to think. That is pretty much that. Now, once you're done, as mentioned I mentioned this to Alex, we'll get it sorted out, but you need to do this. So click in, if you guys can do that in the modules for me. Let's just quickly look at uploading an assignment together. You ready? So you can access your assignment. I gave it to you here, right, within week 1. Can everyone see that okay? Of course, those who aren't in Canvas are like, dude, I haven't been able to see any of this shit. I respect that. Don't worry, you can always go back, but I'm just giving you an overview. So click in here. You'll notice with the little icons, they will identify what things are. So click into My Passport Training. Okay, you'll notice it'll take you here to the left side, which is your assignments. Okay, and then in your assignments, it'll tell you what it is, right? It's due September 25th. All right, it is out of 25 marks. Okay, I need you to upload a file. Okay, that file will be a PDF. Look at this, beauty for you guys. It won't allow you to upload anything but a PDF. So in the past, the last the last learnings thing we had, you could upload a JPEG or a PNG by accident, and then you'd lose marks because we would say, make sure you upload a JPEG. And if you'd upload a PNG, you'd lose marks because you weren't listening to instructions, yeah? For that, we're gonna make sure that if you find you can't upload an assignment, just kind of an FYI and friendly help thing, you'll get a warning and it'll tell you, you cannot upload a PNG file because it's the wrong file type. Then you can go back to the instructions and go, oh shit, yeah, Mitch asked for a PDF, not a PNG file. Sound good? The instructions, as mentioned, were there in weekly, and I also just quickly said, go check out that. You can also read the instructions over real quick. Also, I posted a video on how to access it. I thought I did. I sent it to Discord also. And it just shows you what I did in the beginning where we went through and navigated to find it, and so on. All you got to do is submit assignment like so. Did we all see that? Oops, sorry. So, sorry, let me go back again just so we can, we're going to leave. Don't want that. We're going to go into assignments. All right. So here are all, oh my goodness, I know, don't get stressed out. Look at all your assignments. I know, I'm keeping you hopping. We're hopping this class. Did I mention we're going to be busy? Which is good. So show up with me. I promise it will never go this long. This is the only class I'm going to keep you this long. Typically, I'm hoping maybe 2.5 hours most. But again, we have tons to cover off.
My laptop's literally going to die in a second.
Oh, sure, Taylor. That's all good. Thanks for coming out. If you could just do that Canvas training. And then I'll also in the video, if you want to just watch the end of the lecture, where you just have to do a life map, which I'm going to cover off in about 15 minutes.
For sure. Okay.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Have a good one.
You too.
Yeah. So guys, everyone, if your laptop dies on you, it's like, again, no stress. Just pick up where you left off, plug back in. Again, I'll post the video hopefully within an hour because I want it off of my table as well so I can move on to other things. As mentioned, we actually went over this stuff, right? We're going to have some fun. Oh, I didn't mention this one. We're going to do a Trump, a Donald Trump egghead. I know, it's random, but I love my random stuff. So anyway, those are your assignments. Sorry, let's go back into it. We're going to go into my Canvas, assignments, submit. Okay? You're going to then notice you have file upload. You can upload, look at this, direct from Office 365. That's neat. So if you want to do it all through your Office 365 account, how cool is that? That's neat. Typically though, this is how we do it, right? Choose file, right? You can do this through your iPhone or your Samsung or your phone as well, right? Just keep in mind, I do need you to name it accordingly. And you'll notice that in these instructions, I said, do not change the name. And it's right here, okay? So I need you to upload your PDF once you get it. I know you're all like, dude, I just completed that. I don't have it yet, but that's okay. You will get one. And if you don't get it, then heck, we will figure something out. Okay. You can leave comments for me. Okay. And say, hey, Mitch, here you go. Thanks. That was so much fun. And you're like, yeah. So, right. Submit assignment. Okay. And then for this one, really simple. I'm going to open it up. See that you got your certificate, PDF, 2 pages. Your name is there. You can print it out, post it in your office, or show Nana, and everyone's happy. Yeah. You'll notice I will talk about Nana quite a bit. Yes, I have a Nana, not my Nona. Nana is my mom. So if I tease about Nana, yes, I do like to tease my mom sometimes. She's a great lady and we have fun. So, oh my goodness, all grades. So going down the left column, they're right here for you, okay? So all how grades are gonna break down for you, it's all here. 20% for quizzes, 25 for major projects, 55 you'll notice for homework and assignments. So come on out, work with me, yeah? And that's there for you, okay? So keep an eye on this as you go through. People, awesome. If you wanna email or contact anybody in class, I believe if you click on the name of somebody, it will then take you to their, okay, it'll take you to their bio. Hi, Christy, I'm not sure if you're on this call. I think you may be. And it doesn't look like we can link into email Christy, and that's okay. But if you need to email somebody, at least you know who's in your class, right? Sorry, Christy, I'm not picking on you. Right, you can go and, is there a way to email from here? Again, I'm still kind of not new to this. I've been using it for a while, but I don't see it from this end. So you guys can look through and see, check out here to the right. I think you may have all, do you guys have just everybody in say class 2? If you guys are in people, maybe give me a shout out. Can you see everyone or can you only see say everyone in class 2? Meaning right here in the name. Can somebody check that for me if you could? And you'll notice these really are just sections, right? So you're either in section 1 or you're in section 2. Amazing. Thank you, Alex. So you guys have everyone, which is great. So that's good. You can basically hook up with anybody you need to for anything. So if you want to get to know the other class, amazing, right? Go on. I'm sure you'll meet people in Discord that you won't have in class together and you'll be like, oh, dude, you're so cool. Let's hook up, okay? Just wear your mask. And when I say hook up, I mean, yeah, go to Starbucks and say hi. Meet each other in person. I'm not promoting, anyway, I guess I'm promoting. Go and say hi to everybody. Just wear your mask and be safe. Maybe I'll get in trouble for saying that. Hey, look at these poor kids. My kids going back to school, they're like, anyway, I don't want to talk about it. It's all good. So that's that, everybody. Your quizzes are here, discussions are here. I will make these aware as we go through and as you need them. Right now, you don't have any quizzes coming due. You don't have any discussions coming due. So we'll come back to that at a later time. Okay? I'm going to leave student view here for a second. Do you guys have any questions for me? Look at this. I have how you're going to back up your Mac on the 9th. This is not accurate. I'm going to go here and change this. You guys are like, good job, Mitch. Bad on me. What is this? 2020. We won't do this. Did you guys get this as a to do, or did you have a up and coming? Did this show up for you? A discussion question anywhere? You just shout out if you did. I'm going to save that. There's no available and until, so you may not be able to see it. And again, this is one of those things where I haven't done a discussion yet with you, with the other classes. So you'll be the first class I do a discussion with. So if you go into discussions, you know, maybe you can or can't see this. I'm not really sure. And if you can, awesome. And if not, don't stress.
I can't see it. I don't know about other people.
You can't see it? Awesome. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Who was that?
I can't see it either.
Okay, cool, Alex. So that's all good. And you know, the reason being, and I can show it to you, heck, you know, you can see behind the curtain. Why not? Is because I just have to do the, you'll notice here, what, and I know I'm giving you an inside look here. This is what we need to do to fill out so that you have it, right? Due date. And then available from. So I'd go in here and I'm going to say, well, we're going to chat about this next week, right? So I'm going to say, great, I'll make it available from the 16th of September. And we're going to give due date here, right? And then I'm going to say, I'm going to give until, I don't know, what the heck. I'll give you what the heck, all the way to, there we go, October 2nd. Holy heck, you guys have tons of time to do this one. Oh my goodness, not until October 30th though, that's ridiculous. And 9th. Okay, there you go. So I'm gonna say save. Oh shit, come on. Sorry, I mix these up a little bit sometimes. 9th, sorry, and then this is the life of what we do. Set up. Save, all right. There you go, everybody. So you may not be able to see this yet, but it will probably pop up in your calendar, which will tell you, hey, you're coming up to a discussion, but that'll come up, you know, for you shortly. Calendar, that's the other thing. Sorry, I know, oh my goodness. If you want to tap out, everyone, that's okay, but just maybe let's switch gears into this class here so that I can go over your project so you have it. Hey, welcome to GDF class. How are we doing? Are you all still there? No, you're like half of it. It's all good. 35. Hey, we're doing all right. Guys, everyone, this is GDF. So what do I need from you? Again, a lot of repeated stuff here. You don't need to worry about that. Okay. We can go over that next week or not. Facebook channel, I gave you, this is the student group. If you want to join the student group channel, please do. Okay. The assignment is what I wanted to look at, and it's right here. Hey, so this is what I need from you in a week or so. I'll probably give you 2 weeks to complete it. It's your life map. Okay. So aside from doing your Canvas training, this will be your first assignment that I'd like you to work on in Graphic Design Fundamentals class. And because I don't have you for Graphic Design Fundamentals, I wanted to give it to you now so I can just quickly go over it. This is my life map. It's awful. I need to spend more time on it. I did it when I, you know, I promise I'm a decent artist. This is not displaying. Oh, and it won't display for me. Are you kidding me? That's awesome. Maybe I'll do this. Show image. I'll just save image. And then desktop. I just did an update to my Macs. You guys may find updates are fantastic. Sometimes they won't allow you to view things like this is fantastic. It's not viewing for me. That was my update. So I'm going to wait for a patch. Don't even care. So what I'm going to do here to show you mine, I'm going to do this and open it in Photoshop instead. There's always ways around it, right? So apparently my my previewer's got a bit of a bug going on right now. So I'm going to just take 10 minutes to introduce myself and also go over what I need from you, okay? Hi, everybody. I'm Mitch. I've talked way too much today. So this is my life map, and I need you to do one. When I say career map or life map, really what I need from you is a journey. It can be a career map if you want. You'll notice mine is more career-based than just life. I was born in Brantford, actually Brantford, in Burlington. Hamilton, actually, but lived in Burlington my whole life. I say whole life, oh my gosh, until I moved out. But yes, I'm Cancer, the crab. I worked at Tucker's Marketplace. Anybody? What? Tucker's was my first kind of real job aside from delivering flyers and Sears catalogs. Oh my goodness. Awesome, eh? I worked in carpeting and flooring before this as well with my sister's boyfriend. So I had an in. Anyone who's laid carpet knows a really fun job. Lots of work, hard on the back. Anyway, this was kind of like my first career where I got a paycheck. The other one was under the table. Not that anyone does that, but. So Tucker's Marketplace, yeah, it's now out of business. Thank you, COVID. So that's too bad. Anyone who's been to Tucker's, probably for your birthday, because it was free on your birthday. I did everything there. I was a line cook, started as a dishwasher. Anybody done dishwashing? Share in the chat. Oh my goodness, that's a fun job. Did cook stove, made pastas and all that fun stuff. So, and then moved into serving. So anyone who's done serving, great job, isn't it? People yelling at you and trying to be nice to everybody. And then I went from there. Well, during my high school career, I was a Ram. Yeah, played football there. I loved my football days. That was great. After graduation, I went to, I was still at Tucker's, and then I went to Daytona Beach for spring break. So these are things you can throw on here in your life journey, places you've been, people you've met. If you want to put a famous person that you've met, whether it be famous to me, and maybe someone who's the League of Legends esports champion, and you're like, yeah, I got to shake his hand. You can throw that in here, sure. Right? But I need 5 stops along your journey. This was ridiculous. I don't know that Daytona is still what it used to be, but that was, I'm not going to tell you again how old I was. Started my career at Mohawk. Woohoo! So yeah, again, I'm not going to tell you how long ago, but I have been in industry for about 15 years and teaching for 5. Yeah, I kind of told you there. So, oh my goodness. And yep, I was still a line cook while I went through college, paid my way through. Because yeah, funds were tight. Don't come from a really rich family or well-off family. So one of those things, yep, hey, that's life. I'm talking to my therapist about it. So, right? But yeah, I worked. And I worked at this little place called Inkjet Print Shop, my first real job, yay. So meaning industry job. I was in the Linden Park Mall, for anybody who's Brantford born. You're familiar with Linden Park Mall. I worked there for 1.5 years. This little place, it's now a cell phone service place, I think Fido. We did large format printing, poster printing, backlit signage, etc. Loved it for a first job. How did I get my job? I literally printed out resumes and walked around aimlessly, asking anywhere and everywhere that would take a new grad because I just needed to get in. And I came across this place in the mall and they said, yeah, you want to start on Monday? And I went, what? Which was great because I got to use Photoshop right out of college. We did a lot of photo editing and meshing photos together. So, old photos that people would bring in rips and tears and stains. And they'd be like, oh, can you take this one of me and my grandson? I need to, so we'd scan it in and then I'd, clone stamp and now, magic or, Photoshop it, right? And we make it all good, print them out. Now Nana has a beautiful print of her and grandson. That was my first job. Then I went on to this place called Richter Web Printing. Anybody familiar with printing? This is WebPress, which we'll talk to a little later on, but basically like the Hamilton Spectator. We have one called the Brantford Expositor, New York Times, that sort of thing. Same deal. That's what web printing is. Huge, massive printers. We'll go over that together. Worked in pre-press and design for 4 years. I got to a point where I just knew the job like the back of my hand and I got a little tired and I wanted to kind of move on. So I took a job with this little company in Brantford. Sorry, I moved to Brantford, by the way, because Mohawk College at the time was in Brantford. Yeah. So I was actually commuting from Burlington to Brantford every day. Holy heck. It was like, a 35-minute drive to go to school. And some of you, I'm sure, maybe, well, you don't have to commute. Hey, never mind. Some of us are in Poland. Yeah, hola, shout out, right? But I mean, you may in January, right? You're gonna maybe have to get in your cars. And so, yeah, I would drive and made my home there because I loved it so much. And please, in your chat, let me know if you're from Brantford. Yeah. And you're like, oh my God, I'd never admit to it. I get that a lot from people from Brantford. They're like, no. Went to North Park and I'm not a big fan. I see some chats. That's awesome. So, so the life map, actually great question, is due in a few weeks. Okay. So I think I gave you 2 weeks. Okay. Check on the calendar. It's there for you. Margarita, And anybody else, we'll get to that in a second. Sorry, I know you probably want to get the heck out of here. So then after Adidas, I got a long story about them. I was their art supervisor for 5 years and then went on to manage, not to supervise, but then manage both the art department and customer service. I'll tell you another time about that, or you can ask me another time about that. I've already taken up way too much of your time. And then I moved on to teach a few things in between, but really that's kind of my journey. Yeah. And there's me and my little family. So I'm married. I've got 2 little girls, Macy and Autumn, and my wife, Jamie. I'll talk about them, maybe show some videos along the way. You guys will get to meet them. They may join some Zoom. They probably won't join Zooms as they're in school. Maybe during March break, I'll introduce you to all of them. Holy heck. So back at it, that's what I need from you. Some of you may want to do a video game as your map. Some of you may want to do, I had some people do, one person did a map of Algonquin. It was ridiculous off the hook. Actually, Brittany, who's in charge of the graphic design student thing, Britt is fantastic. If you want someone to hook up with to help you out, she is one of those people you want to hook up with for tutoring and stuff. She helped me out actually with the January intake to tutor. Her own time, and don't tell her I know she wouldn't mind that I said that, but she's an absolute gem of a person. And she, yeah, for her, she did an Algonquin map, paddled her way through the rivers and gave me a little thing of her life. Oh my goodness, are you guys tired? I am exhausted. The instructions are there in your weekly content, and it's right here. I say weekly content and instructions. There's really no instructions aside from just make sure you take a picture, okay? I would like you to make a minimum of 5 stops along your way, okay? And then be as creative as you'd like, okay? There is a rubric assigned to it. You guys are like, what the heck's a rubric? And the rubrics are based in the assignment. So if you have a look here, go into the assignments and we go into week 1 life map. Okay. Don't forget your Clockify. So for this one, I will go easy on everyone since we're just starting out. In CAB class, remember I had you watch the Clockify thing. Understand, download it, make sure you can use Clockify and understand it. And clock in when you start sketching. I'd love you to clock into Clockify. When you're all done, clock out, and then you're gonna upload that Clockify to the assignments folder. And you'll notice that there is a Clockify in your, oh shit, maybe I didn't put it in here. I'm sorry, everyone. I haven't put it in here yet. There will be one here based on your Clockify, which is part of your participation mark, okay? I do apologize. I thought that was in here already. But no worries, that's no stress. We'll work through that together. But there will be one here called participation. So meaning you don't have to be here if you don't want to. But what I would like to see for your participation is that you're uploading the time management one. And that will, number 1, show me that you've worked on the assignment. And number 2, that you're logging your time for those assignments, which I think is really important. You'll find that Cindy will get you to do Clockify, I believe, for design processes. Mike may do for your type, but I'm not really sure. But it's all up to the individual professor. You won't have to do Clockify for all of them. I would highly recommend you get into the habit of doing it. Oh my goodness. Here's your rubric. You'll notice you have until the 25th, okay, to get it done. You'll notice I gave you until the 18th. Let's have a look at that together. The 18th is next Friday. I may change that up and even give you another extension. Let's play it by ear. How's that sound? If by the 18th, if next week when we meet for graphic design fundamentals, which will be on the 15th at, what time is it? 9, I think, everyone? Do I have you 9 o'clock for 2 classes? Oh, lucky you guys, eh? Then at 9 on Tuesday, we'll have a look at it, but I think aim for the 18th. I'm hoping you won't have a whole lot going on this week. Maybe getting familiar with Canvas, of course. Watch the Clockify video and learn how to utilize that. Get in the habit of maybe just do a practice run, start using it. but let's have a look. If I find there's a bunch of people, honestly, oh, a new event, awesome. If I find a bunch of people haven't got it in on the 18th, it is available till the 25th, and maybe I'll bump the extension. I don't know. I'm going to be super lenient, everyone. Did I mention that? You'll notice that I need a JPEG. So once you're done doing your map, take your cell phone or scanner or use Photo Booth, which is built into your Macs, which we'll look at next week for everyone. So don't even worry about submitting it yet. We'll look at that on Tuesday, okay? We'll talk about it next week. Just work on the project. That's all I need for you now. That sound good? And that's it. I'm not gonna go into this stuff. We'll look at this stuff next week because that's been one heck of a class already.
I just have a question, actually.
Of course, Mel.
For the life map, does it have to be like an actual sketch, or can we do it online, like on like Photoshop and draw it out?
Great question. I'm sorry. I would like you to sketch it.
Okay.
Yeah, great question though. And the reason being is I want everyone to get in, and I fully respect. I think Life mentioned this in our Zoom or our orientation, that some of us are like, dude, I really don't like drawing, and that's okay. It's all good. You don't need to. I know artists that are the same way, that, like graphic artists who aren't. They just really dislike drawing, and they're fantastic at layout, right? And they're fantastic within the program, and they have a beautiful artistic mind. They just aren't very good at the drawing, sketching part. But at the end of the day, we're going to get you to practice it, okay? And in CAB class, I won't get you to do a whole lot of sketching, all right? We'll be working with the programs in general terms. I think this one, the only sketching we're going to do is for the logo, because I want you to do some quick thumbnail sketches. They're going to be like really dead simple sketching that you're going to take a picture of, and we're going to draw logos with it. That's the extent of drawing in this class. This one though, yes, will be, because it's fundamentals and it's a classical program, meaning, I say classical. We'll talk about GDF on Tuesday. We've got a ton to cover off in this class as well. But again, I say a ton. Once this week is over, everyone, I'm hoping you'll be well into the Canvas, well into like getting your feet wet with everything. I do hope that this found you all well. If anyone has issue or questions, I know that was a long one. Maybe you took notes. I'm going to stop sharing screen now. I won't stop recording because I'm going to record. I'm going to throw this whole video up. I see I lost half of you, which is totally fine. And let me just stop share. Stop. Oh no, I want to start video. Ah, shit. Sorry, everyone. Okay, so that was, we're back. Why can I not figure that? Okay, there we go. Ah, you made it, everybody. Amazing. Oh my goodness. Wasn't that fun? I'm going to open the forum up. I know it's been a long one. Thank you for staying in there. If you have any questions about anything, shoot it to me now. I'll gladly answer. Or if you had something in chat, let me know. I'm here. Open book. Yeah.
Should we be worried about any of it, Mitch, or should we just like get the assignments that you showed us today done and then go off of there? I don't know, there's a lot, like I could not follow along with half of that stuff.
No, it's all good. All good. Oh, and I would say two things to remember. One, if you could start your Canvas training right away, I maybe start that tomorrow or the next, just so that, and the reason the Canvas training is so important is just because you're going to be in it, like nonstop in it. You're going to be in Canvas like the whole time, right? And the Canvas training is really simple. It's like just step by step, follow along. There's videos that you can watch and you'll be golden. You'll do really well. Okay. As mentioned, Alex mentioned there's no, and I didn't realize, I thought there were quizzes at the end to make sure that you completed the module. There aren't even quizzes. So it just means as long as you're watching it and following through, that's golden. Don't try to fool me though. And don't like pretend that you're watching it and not really watching it. Not that anyone would do that. right? But hey, it's what it is. I can't control everything. This is really for you, not for me. I know you hear that all the time, right? This is gonna hurt me more than you. No, you're whacking in the ass. That friggin' hurts, dude. Sorry, that's what my parents used to say. Hurt me more than you. You ever heard that one before? Yeah. And you guys are like, oh, no, I didn't get hit. Don't worry. I don't bring that up with my therapist too much. So yeah. Great question. So Owen, no stress. Just you're showing up here. That's a great thing. If you want to go back and watch this video, just like I'd highly recommend have the preview on YouTube and kind of like skim through, and hopefully you can find the minute that you were kind of lost and pick up from there. Sometimes I'll try to remember to stop the video for you guys, and then I'll restart the video again. And the reason I do that is because then I can do it in like 20-minute increments, so that it's not all like 3.5 hour video that you guys are going to be like, oh my gosh, 3 hour, right? Work on the Canvas training if you could, Owen. And then from there, get your sketchbook out and start sketching your life. Hey, no big deal. Just sketch your life out, right? That's easy. Start small, right? Start with the day you were born, maybe, or not. Start with the day you met Jack Nicholson. I don't know. The day that, you fell in love with graphic design, maybe would be a good start. Yeah. And then give us your graphic design, right? What led you to here, if you want. I'm not picky at all. You'll notice, as mentioned, the map I showed you, I would give myself 7.5 out of 10. How's that? Okay. So you guys, I showed you my map in great detail. You guys know a little bit about me. That map I showed you, I would say is like a 7.5. To be totally honest with you, I'm going to give you really great marks for this one if you just submit it. Okay. Just get something in there. You'll do really well. It's your first assignment. Putting color into it would be fantastic. That'll always be one of those things that separates you from others. Break out the pencil crayons. Amazing, right? Break out the markers. Utilize 2 pages in your spec book or sketch book is typically what I'll ask. For this one, I'll go lenient on you. You only need to do just 1 page, but you may want to do, you'll notice mine was an 1117, which we'll look at document sizes on Tuesday. And it's a full big page, right? As long as you submit a piece of paper letting me know a little more about you, Owen, than what you shared with everyone today, I'm gonna then share these with everyone. Yeah, I know. So Margarita, no stress. It's all good. As mentioned, if you don't want your life map shared with everyone, let me know, okay? In the comments, when you upload your we'll talk about this on Tuesday. It's not due for a while. But if you've done your map and you want to get deep with your map, and I've had some that are really heart-wrenching. I had one, this is like longtime grad, and of course I'm never say name. He let me know that he lost a child when his kid was 3 years old. If those are things you want to share with me, do it. I'm going to leave you verbal feedback for this one. I know you guys are like, oh my goodness, you already talk enough. I know, but I do audio feedback for this one, which means I'm going to talk to you about your life map. And I found that it's the best way for me to really talk to you about your map. I can write you and you're going to find you will get comments in your assignments, right? Typically, right? You're going to have comments built into your rubric where it's going to just it's going to automatically send a comment to you. Good job, right? You completed the task fully, right? I will always, I will always leave a comment for you. Excellent work, maybe something here to look at, etc. I will sometimes leave audio feedback, and those are the ones will be for your major projects, things that I know I'm going to write a novel anyway, so I might as well talk to you about it and like show you what I mean by that. The life maps, though, I can tell you, like the one with the 3-year-old that I had to talk to, I couldn't even get through it because it's funny why I didn't look at it beforehand. So you kind of open them up, and I do them kind of impromptu, where I want them to be a surprise for me when I'm marking it. And I open this one up and I'm reading it and I'm going, oh my God. And I couldn't even get, like, I started, and I'm like having kids and like losing a 3-year-old. I friggin' lost it. And a little embarrassing. That being said, if you would like to share that stuff with you, if you find it's a way that you can, what's the word I'm looking for? If it's helpful and it's something you've never told anybody, please don't be afraid to share it with me. Those things, if I do come across it, and you didn't leave a comment for me, and I know it's really hard hitting, I may send you a note just to check and just make sure, right, that you are okay with it. Because things that are hard hitting like that, you may have just accidentally not seen this or not realized that I was going to share it. And I will contact you and say, wow, I'm so sorry about, the fact that you had this happen to you. Are you still okay with me sharing? Because I love that you want to share this, but I want to make sure that you're okay with it. Okay. Because to share those things can be really therapeutic. That was the word I was looking for. Therapeutic, right? So that's the long story short. That was a long class. Yes.
One more question. How much writing would you like us to do on the life map, or just minimal writing, just drawing?
I've had mixes. I've had some who gave tons, like a little story as they went. I've had some who didn't put any writing, but their stories were very obvious as to the stops and what they did. Yeah. So I would say it's your call. As long as I would really like to be able to talk to it. So if you do like stick people and it's not clear as to what those stick people are doing, I'm going to be like, you gave me 5 stops, but you have 5 stick people doing things that I can't. Is that a skateboard, or is that like, are you on a rocket ship? I can't understand what you're doing. So I'm totally joking. But I mean, if you like are not confident with your skills at artwork and it's not clear that you can convey what you're doing in your life map, please just write me a little, this is me going to school for the first time, right? If you're doing, but I mean, a school is pretty simple, square, like a little flag, right? And then you're like, yay, here I am at MM Robinson. I'm going to high school, yay, right? Again, make it as light, as fun as you'd like it to be. Make it as creative as you want to go with it. I can tell you, just for showing up and submitting something, you're probably all going to get 8 out of 10. But this is a really great way for me to connect with you, I think, to get to know you on a deeper level. Because especially now, it's challenging, right? Any other questions for you guys?
Hey, Mitch, can I ask a question?
100%.
So do we have graphic design fundamentals tomorrow? Or did you say something earlier about how we don't have it tomorrow or something?
Only if your calendar has graphic design fundamentals on it for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see you. I'll be there.
Okay, so that class is still good. And then the other thing I was wondering is we were kind of talking in the chat, a few of us, that we have a class tomorrow, but we don't have a scheduled Zoom or anything posted, and class is tomorrow morning. So I think a few of us are wondering
about like classes tomorrow. They're kind of weird.
Yeah, like we don't know what's going on for our web design class tomorrow morning, or if people have other classes. I don't know if they know either.
Oh, okay. So it's web design, yeah?
Yeah, and well, I don't know if other people have the same one as me, but I have web design at 11, and I only have an invite to a scheduled Zoom meeting for May 27th, 2020. So I'm not sure if like Fareed accidentally put in the wrong date or what, but I also can't find an email for him. So I like don't even know how to ask or whatever.
No problem, Jess. You know what? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh because I'm
no, that's okay.
I'm awful for it too. I am laughing because I get it.
Well, and obviously there's a learning curve right now or whatever, but yeah, I think we're just wondering what we're supposed to do tomorrow.
Yes. Okay. How about this, everybody? I have Fareed on my Facebook, and I also noticed, I think he's in the Discord. I will shoot him a line, and I'm trying to think on Discord, I noticed that he had posted something, but maybe not. Hold on a sec. I'll do it right
So
now.
maybe he's just posted it on like Discord or.
Maybe he maybe think that that is the, and that's possible. Again, you might just have to bear with us a little bit. And that would be your web design. You have Fareed, yes?
Fareed at 11 tomorrow.
Shit.
Yeah.
Process. Does anybody else have that tomorrow?
Well, I have a course. It says I have a course from 9 to 12 tomorrow, but like all it says is like the graph 102, 1, 2, 3.
It doesn't have a name.
How do I actually see like what course I have tomorrow? Because like I have my timetable here, but it just says like graph on it. It doesn't actually give me like a course name for it.
I looked up the codes, which is how I looked up the codes to figure out which courses it was.
Yeah.
Oh, you just
so if you have 11 to 2 and 3 to 5, then the 11 to 2 is web design and the 3 to 5 is graphic design fundamentals.
Amazing. And actually, I'm here now with the schedules because I have all the schedules. Yes, you have Fareed. And just so you're aware, the code is GRAF 10215, right?
No, I have 10212.
Oh shit.
You have different courses.
Yeah, like I'm confused right now.
Yeah, I think some people have different courses than other people too, and so that's further complicating that.
No problem. What I see here, actually I can share with all of you since you're here. And I'll make sure I email all of you as well once we get it sorted out because I don't want you to be confused. I'm just gonna quickly share screen. So since you guys are all here and probably curious what the heck is going on. This is what I have. So today is Wednesday, right? Yeah. So this is not you guys, right? Typography 1, some of you maybe, I'm not sure. But we also have there it is, visual web design. Yes, you have.
Oh, you know what? I do have something different than that, but I wonder if mine is weird because I don't have to take communications. And music.
Oh, no, I see what I'm doing. I got you.
Because I have web design first tomorrow, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just checking the codes. Yeah, I have web design first tomorrow.
Oh yeah, right here. There it is. Yes, on
Thursday. I have that one.
Yeah, Thursday at 11, right?
Yeah, I have that one.
Yeah, with Fareed.
Yeah, do other people have that one?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's that one that we haven't heard yet what the deal is for that one.
You know, the interesting thing is, just like fully disclosure, I think this visual web design one is brand new. I've never seen a web design course, and you guys maybe noticed, I don't have a web design course in our Discord.
No.
And the reason being is because I've never seen it before. I mean, I've been doing this for 7 years. So I got a pretty good idea. So that being said, that's interesting. That's amazing. They're getting you guys into web right away. Oh, that's so good. And you guys are like, yeah, thanks.
Wait, is there anything going on for the communications course today at 1? Do you know?
No, I know some of you mentioned that
if you have Maria Barafatti, you should go.
Oh, there you go. Awesome, thanks. That was Jess, yeah?
She doesn't like it
today's
when
Tuesday.
you skip class.
But
Owen, were you given a code to join today?
Yeah, I completely thought today is Tuesday, but today's totally Wednesday, right?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Let's see here.
I get it. This COVID thing, every day is the same day.
Yeah.
So Mitch, there is a Zoom code posted in our web design announcements. It's just for the wrong date. So should we just try that tomorrow?
Oh, for sure.
It's the one that just says it's for May, but there is still a Zoom link.
Amazing, Jess. Good call. Yes. So what's going to happen is he's just going to manually click on that in Zoom. He's just going to manually click on the link and it's going to start the meeting.
Okay. So it's probably fine that it's listed as May or whatever.
100%. Yeah. He may be just using an old code from back in May.
I mean, it also says 3 p.m.
And is that when you start? No.
No, 11.
11, that's right.
So like, I barely use Zoom actually. So am I able to start that Zoom meeting if like it's listed for 3 o'clock, but
Yeah, that's strange. I think possibly what Fareed has done is he's confused your class with the other one.
oh,
Yeah, see this? Because some of you have Fareed on at 3:30 on Thursday,
yeah.
and then some of you have him. Oh, okay, so Fareed has you all day that day. So he's gonna have you guys at 11:30 or whatever it is. You guys will have, he's gonna have a break, and then he's back on with the other class.
So has he maybe switched our, well, I don't know. It still says May though, so.
Yeah.
Never mind.
What I would suggest, everyone, is if you have the link, go in,
Just go with
regardless.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you know what you can do, Jess, is just join the 3 o'clock if you're available.
Well, I have you at 3 o'clock
Oh, shit. Yeah.
for graphic design fundamentals.
Never mind. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's hilarious. We're getting through. Yes. Okay. So I will reach out to Fareed and let him know that, first of all, I will add Fareed's course into Discord.
Okay, awesome.
Secondly, I will reach out to him on Discord and Facebook. I will make sure that I email you guys an update or have him email you guys all an update.
Okay.
One of the reasons he may not have been able to contact you all, again, for full disclosure, is if a professor hasn't hit publish on their course, you can't email the students.
Oh.
I sent out an email to all the professors actually just yesterday, because I've done this, like I was lucky enough to have summer semester, and I mentioned to everyone, please, if you're going to reach out to the students ahead of time, you need to make sure that the course is published before you can actually email anyone. There's a possible chance that he may not. Have you guys, when you guys go into dashboard, can you see the web design application? Like, is it there?
Like the visual web design one thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there.
Oh, amazing. So you guys can see it here, right?
Yeah, like it's in there. It's just that under announcements, that's where the Zoom link is, and it's just dated wrong. It almost looks like it was left over from last semester or something like that. You know what I mean? Like it's like end of May. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you said
Oh,
it was
that's-
new, right? So then I don't, yeah, it's just totally a wrong date.
That's all good. No stress. So that's wicked. So that would be the chorus, of course, said the horse. And you guys, I will get you any info you need, okay?
Thank you so much for looking into that, Mitch.
Oh, no problem. My pleasure. Anything. Anything I can help out with anyways. Let me stop share. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. Good. So you guys, yeah, I know you have web design tomorrow, either at 11:30 or 3, which is great for me to know. That being said, I don't have the majority of you for graph design fundamentals tomorrow, I don't think. There may be a handful that I have. I think the majority of you I have on Tuesday. Again, that's just how, I don't know why some of you are in section 2 or class 2, but you're actually in, I don't know. I don't question it. So if you do get an email from me and it's about, say, Wednesday's class or 2, and you're like, dude, I'm not in that class, don't stress about it. From now on, I'm going to try to just keep all my emails to all of you, if that helps. Because I don't want to have somebody on a Tuesday class who never gets the Tuesday email. There's so many ways to communicate with me. Discord is great, as mentioned, not mandatory, but you can chat with me. Facebook, hit that up if you'd like, okay? Email me at any time. You want a one-on-one meeting to talk about things, never hesitate. Just email me. Say, Mitch, can we chat? I'd really like to chat about whatever. Academic, right? I can't really talk to or speak to financials, of course. I'm not allowed to talk to you about your mental health. It's one of those things where I can get in really big trouble. Of course, you can imagine what could possibly happen if I'm here pretending like I'm a counselor, which I'm not. And then if anything, heaven forbid, happened, that would be on me as a person, which I would not be able to deal with. So you guys have all those helplines, but light conversation, things that you're struggling with, please don't hesitate to talk to me on Zoom. It's all good. right? What I mean is the really deep, deep, deep stuff. I still would like to know. Please let me know. Don't just not say anything. If you are at that point where you are like self-harm and things of that nature, please contact me. I can't help you maybe like on a counseling. I'm not here to counsel, but I can at least hook you up with anybody and everybody that can get you in touch with to help you out. Okay? So please don't suffer and don't just sit and, you know, anyone who's ever been to, you know, therapy or counseling, the first thing is to talk about it, right? With others, right? Because it's crazy what our minds do. Yeah, sometimes, especially living in this crazy environment. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Going to Walmart is mentally challenging for me now. What happened? Oh my God. Right? I think we're done. That was an hour over, and that was a solid 4 hours. Anything else? We're good?
Yeah, I think we're good. If I have, you know, Mitch, I have John for my communications course. Is he doing a Zoom call for that today? Or is it
Wait.
not? No.
I have no idea who John is.
Yeah, okay, that's no problem.
That being said, you guys, I'm trying to think. If they haven't reached out to you, Owen, can you see the communications in your, again, like I showed you in the dashboard?
Like in the dashboard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. Because in the dashboard, let's do this together for anyone. You guys can email your prof, right? And say, where the heck is things? And I probably should have done that for you. Oh my gosh, I should have done that for you. Because right here is email or your inbox. Oh my gosh, how did I miss this one? This is how you communicate with your professors. I may do a separate video just with this and upload it because this is extremely important. If you need to contact your professor, inbox is right here, okay? And you can go in, and what you need to do is click on this compose message. How did I miss this? I'm sorry, guys. I had a lot to talk about. If you click on compose message, and you can do this with me now if you'd like, Owen, maybe just minimize the one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, minimize the one screen there, and then you can follow along. So go into inbox along the side, and then you're going to click compose. And you may all want to do this if you have a professor that, even Fareed, you might want to do this with Fareed. You can go in here, and it's really interesting because you'd think you'd have to be in the course to be able to email someone, but that's not the case. Their inbox is really odd, and I say odd. I guess it's neat that it's all in one place. But you'll notice that you can go into, say, favorite courses that are right here. Right now, what I'm hoping is that when you go into select, so do this with me, you can select on course. Favorite courses are here. It should come up for you. Or you maybe have more courses or favorite. What you want to do is pick the one that you want to email out to. So if we were doing, say, if you needed to email me, for instance, right? Creative apps, right? 2, this is where you use this guy here. Click on it. This is neat. This is where you can individually email any of your fellow students. How did I miss this? So you'll notice you have teachers. You can click on that. And you have all teachers. Click. That now will go to the teacher of that course. So in this case, it would be me, or Fareed, or John, or whoever your teacher is, right? And then we just go in here, your general email etiquette, big in business, right? That will get their attention, right? And then you just politely say, hello, right? Right, what is scheduled maybe? Anyway, I can't spell right now, I'm toast. Scheduled, yes? and then send. Okay. You want to send an attachment, want to send a video of you screaming at your prof. Arrgh! Don't do that. Nobody likes that. It'd be kind of funny though. Okay. And then you just hit send, right? So then when I hit send, it's going to tell me invalid because it's me. Ah, yeah, that's interesting. I've never tried that before. It won't actually allow me to email myself. All right. That's interesting. This is where I was explaining to you guys about sections and how for some reason, some of you are in, see this, how it says students, and then it has sections. So here are your two sections, and I based this on class number. And so you guys have like a 2 beside your class number, and that's who I emailed about this class. And so some of you got it. Some of you were like, I'm in the other class. And so as mentioned, anyway, this is kind of one of those curtain things and how things get sent to you if you're curious. Too much info maybe, but this isn't. This is great. And your calendar is fantastic. Maybe we'll go over the calendar, and I'm sure if you have class, other professors will talk to you about the calendar. Do the Canvas training. This is awesome. It goes over calendar in great detail. I think we talked about a lot today, and hopefully it eased some anxiety for you all. I'm just going to stop the share. And gave you info on pretty much, yeah, I don't have hair, just so you're wondering. I'm growing it back. Yeah. Oh, and I look like you before, bro. That's, I can.
Oh, God. That doesn't look good for my future then.
I will one day share, because I did a COVID beard. And I started growing it in March, and I shaved it in, I think, July. It's ridiculous. Okay, you want to see it? Okay, don't judge me. I look like I'm 75 years old. And I'll show this to you too. I'm not going to stop share now because I'm done. And now I'm going to only share it with the 16 of you who are here. Stop share. We're done. I think we're good. Sorry, any questions though before I show you my ridiculous beard?
I think I made a mistake. I'm looking at my schedule right now. I thought today is Tuesday. So, yeah.
Oh, that's okay, Mohammed. No problem. So you're Tuesday.
So tomorrow I have a class at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
That will be with Fareed.
And then I have a class at on 3 p.m. to 6, I guess. Yeah.
I think that's with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have the same.
Yeah, awesome. So I'll see some of you guys tomorrow, which is great. Again, do you have to get going, Katie? All right. If anybody.
Yes, sorry, I have to go to my next class.
Oh yeah, 1 o'clock. Awesome.
Yeah.
See ya. Have fun.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
See you tomorrow.
I'll show you my COVID beard later.
Yeah. That's great. Okay, see you.
Cheers.
Bye.
All right, so I'm going to stop recording.